The upper lower split. Now, I'm sure you've heard everyone talk about this. I'm sure you've heard everyone glaze it. Why is it so good? How do you program one, etc. In today's video, I'm going to do a quick recap of why upper lower is so good and how to program it. Something I would want to note is that upper lower is not the most optimal split. Full body every other day will always be more optimal, but I think this is more enjoyable and it's easier to program for a beginner. So let's get into it. So what is upper lower? Upper lower is a 3-day split. The first day you will hit your entire upper body. The second day you will hit your whole lower body. And on the third day you will rest. Since it's a 3-day split, this program doesn't evenly divide up against a week, but I just go upper, lower, rest, and repeat. I don't worry about the weekly. So the reason why we do upper lower is for the frequency that it gives us, right? The amount of times we can complete our training within a week. On upper lower, you can get 2.5 times a week frequency. As you can see in this chart here, here's how they're plotted. And upper lower is similar to push-pull legs in frequency, but it's a little bit more and you get more rest. So let's program an effective upper day. I would mention that this upper day is going to be tailored to my needs, that be prioritizing chest and triceps, but all you have to do to prioritize a muscle in the split is just put it first. So if I wanted to target my biceps, I'd just put my bicep curl before the other exercises. No, you don't need extra volume. That's just going to fatigue the muscle. So in an upper day, here are the muscles you will train. You will train your pectoralis, both heads, that being the clavicular and sternocostal, your triceps, your lats, or latissimus dorsi, your rhomboids and inner traps, also known as your inner back, your shoulders, and your biceps. All right, first up is the mid and upper chest. We're going to do a shoulder flexion plus adduction kind of variant. So this would be an incline press, elbows tucked press variant, or a converging press. I actually think that's the best one to do this. Next, we want to do some kind of chest compound that is biasing the triceps the most. So this can be dips, push downs, or my personal favorite, a decline machine press. This is going to help hit that mid chest that we don't necessarily get as much on the incline variant, and it'll help bias the tricep. We can now check off our triceps and chest is completed. Now we can move on to our back section. We're going to want to do shoulder extension and shoulder abduction. Shoulder extension is the function of the high or upper lat. Shoulder abduction is the low or inner lat. So for shoulder extension, you can do some kind of sagittal plane pull down. I highly recommend looking that up because most people don't understand what that means. Or just a machine row. Next, for shoulder abduction, you can do a wide grip row or you can do wide grip pull downs. These are interchangeable, but if you do a sagittal plane pull down, then you have to do a wide grip row. And if you do a machine row, you have to do wide grip pull downs. The reason for this is that any rowing variation will work your inner back, right? Your rhomboids and traps. So even if you did like a row with a neutral grip, right? And then you went to a row with a wide grip, that is still shoulder extension, shoulder abduction, but your inner back is going to start to fatigue. And the same goes for if you were to only do pull downs, right? If you only did a sagittal plane pull down and then you only did a wide grip pull down. It's both functions of the lat, but then you have no inner back work. So it's all about balance. Pick one row and one pull down. So we're all done with back, and now we move into what I like to call the arm section, which is really 3 exercises, but, it's kind of one group. First up is forearm flexion with supinated wrist. This is obviously just a curl, but you want to make sure it's something descending resistance profile, and it's something stable. Next is simply just the shoulder press. Since we already hit our rear delts, we don't need to have to worry about them. This will hit our front and side delts adequately, completing our whole shoulder. And lastly, we do some kind of tricep isolation. This could be a seated extension, back supported extension, Carter extension. There's a ton of variants. Now it's time to program our lower day. So in my opinion, a lower day is much easier to program. There's just less total muscles you have to hit, and the movements are very simple. There's also not too much room for variation, so pretty much everyone will be doing the same thing. So first is some quad movement that biases the rectus femoris. There's only really one good one, and that is the leg extension. You pretty much have to do the leg extension. Next is a hamstring curl. You can do this seated or lying, but seated is more optimal because of the stretch-mediated hypertrophy that the hamstrings will experience. Next is any kind of ab crunch, preferably on a machine for the stability and the ability to progressively overload. I do count abs as lower, and it'd also be kind of hard to put them into an upper day, so I suggest doing them on lower. Next is a kind of skipped muscle, that is the adductor, and you're going to do, guess what, hip adductions for this. I'll put the machine on screen because, it's kind of strange terminology, but yeah, I think it's kind of skipped. It's the close your legs in machine. If you don't have this machine, it's okay because it's worked in squats and it's okay. Next is a squat pattern. Some people say you do not need this, but me personally, I think you do because of the vastus head of the quad. There are a few vastus heads of the quad, but the vastus head quad bias is going to be a lot better in a squat pattern. Some people will do their squat pattern first, so if you want to bias the vastus heads, do a squat pattern first. If you want to bias the rectus, do your leg extension first. And last but not least is some kind of calf press or calf raise variation. It really doesn't matter what you do as long as your knee is fully extended and it's not bent. Calves see like double the growth with an extended knee. And that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like making videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to my channel completely free. You don't have to, but I'd prefer it. Thank you. Goodbye.